Hey, I had to change my location because the sun was creeping in on me. So um, we ended with a public comment policy that the commissioners came up with, and they can only make changes to policies at these reorganization meetings. And so this is what they chose. I will do another video that outlines that policy change. And so I'll wait and talk about it then. The LEPC community appointment was Fred, and then you had the 2025 tax exempt form that was approved. So those are all the things that they approved in the pending part of the meeting. And then the Hardin County Health Department came in at 9:30 for an update. So they basically, there's kind of that history of the health department. They lost a lot of staff. They have since then lost the director and the LPN at Hardin, the health department, and so they don't have any nursing staff. And so you've seen a little bit on Facebook as far as Logan County is helping with vaccine clinics, and they're moving through this process. And I think that the staffing issues is a big deal because the people who work there want to make sure that they're going to get paid for the work that they're doing. And so it really falls back on the board to give them the assurance and make sure that they're going to do what needs to be done for that payment, because at the end of the day, they really just don't have any money. You remember they came in and talked to the commissioners and got $150,000 to get them through to March. And then in March, the health department is going to go talk to the township trustees. Their district, all the township trustees have a yearly meeting. So they're going to go talk to them and they're asking for more money from the township trustees to fund their department, right? Because they get money from them and from Kenton is who supports the health department. And so, when there's a lot of up and down and uncertainty, people end up leaving because if they're going to invest their time and energy in their job, they want to make sure that job's going to be around for a while, and there's a lot of up and down going there. So anyways, they came in, they had $11,000 carryover from last year, mainly because of the loss of staff. They didn't have to pay those people, and so they have $178,000 with the $150 from the commissioners that they carried over. They had a finance meeting the day before. They need to spend they asked for $50,000 a month, and Fred, for whatever reason, is like, no, that's not good enough. You got to get it down to 45. So I don't know what numbers he's working off that it has to be 45. Somebody must be telling them that 45 is the maximum number allowed. I don't know where that's coming from. He doesn't talk about it. So they are trying to cap out at $45,000. They have 6 staff right now. They should have 13, so they're down by 7 staff members, and they're going to have to look at hiring outside contractors to come in to fill some of those roles while they're trying to get things reorganized. They have a board meeting Monday at 5 o'clock. They're doing contracting for support from different departments, like Kenton Wildcats Health Center is helping. The Logan County is helping, sending nurses to do, because we still have these tuberculosis cases that have to be monitored all the time, and you have to have certification to do that, to do the vaccine clinics. And so they're getting help from other people. They're currently in talks with certain township trustees to get a feel for, because of course the township trustees are not interested in necessarily raising their bill. They're going to take a loss to fund the health department. And they talked a little bit about Logan County coming in for a period of time to help get the health department back up on its feet. And the trustees, one of them was saying, we're not going to feel real good about sending our money over to Logan County's department to come here to fund the work here. So, there's a lot of politics involved, and ultimately they're going to have that discussion. So they're talking about Jim Watkins coming in. He's a retired health commissioner, to come in and provide, because they don't have their overseer, the commissioner there that will, they're like the administrative head to make sure everything's, going in the direction that they need it to go. And so getting somebody in there that is experienced and able to get us through this rough patch is going to be vital. So it was interesting. Fred asked that the health department come in once a month to give a report, which they come in pretty regularly. I mean, Kirby came in and some other people come in, obviously asking for helps and needs and things. But if you go back and you watch the video, it's interesting because Fred has a lot of questions for the ladies that were there from the health department. And they were just saying they had a finance meeting and they just had a monthly meeting. And so I'm assuming Fred did not attend those meetings, or else he would understand what was going on. But I think Fred's relying on these monthly meetings of the health department to come to him and to the commissioners to give their updates, maybe rather than Fred actually going and being the representative to the board at their meetings and at their finance meetings and their board meetings, which I feel he should be. He should already know what's going on in the health department and be sharing that with his other commissioners rather than kind of being off guard, And the other thing that I think is interesting is that because the commissioners gave the health department $150,000, they're obligated to then come and report at the meeting, because they want to check up on them to make sure that they're using that money appropriately, which I get, although they weren't checking up on them to make sure they were using their money appropriately before they got themselves into a big trouble. So, however, I just think it's, if you're going to be a representative from the commissioners to the health board, you should be fully involved in this crisis on behalf of our community. So, anyways, I'm going to try, I don't think I can make it to that Monday meeting, but I'm going to try and make it to some other of these health board meetings to see what their progress is and be able to report that to you guys. So that was it for January 7th and the reorganization meeting. And like I said, I'll have some other things to report on from that meeting, and we'll see you later. Okay, bye.